So before we go into the actual user unit testing, we need to make sure that the unit testing uh, configuration is set correctly. Okay, we can go to our preferences. Okay, so under tools, okay, you can find the Python integrated tools menu here. Okay, so you can run through. Okay, so the testing portion, the default test runner is PyTest. Okay, this one usually is the default lah. Okay, so we will change it to the unit tests instead. Okay, so we change this to the unit test, although usually they will use the PyTest. Go to unit test. Okay, then you apply and then okay. Okay, so you need to work on the file with the class. Okay, so this is the currency exchange class that we have um, done, okay, in the previous lesson. Okay, so what we do is that in the class here, okay, we can go to the test. Okay, as long as you are in the class, any of the lines here is fine. Yeah, or you can click on here. Okay, here is the same. Okay, click on the tests. Okay, so they will find whether there's the unit test for the exchange for this. Okay, so the same thing lah. Okay, if you go here, they will try to find but don't have. Okay, so if you want to create for all the class, okay, you can right click on the class instead lah. So you can get you can create all the tests inside the class. Okay, so if you don't have, then we can click on the create new test. Okay, so of course you can change the name, but usually we'll use the default lah. So usually they'll prefix a test in front. So you can see that they follow the standards as well. For file name, okay, they will use a test then underscore. Okay, for the class name, okay, they just add a test, capital letter T. Okay, because it's all camel case, so you don't have to put the underscores. And see which are the different functions you want to create. So of course we do it for all. Okay. So automatically they will create this test. Okay, so this is a test case. This one is automatically created, and they will import the test case over here. And you can see our class now has the name here. Okay, you can see that for this particular class, they have a bracket here with a test case. So this is inheritance at work. So the test case already has some codes to make it a test. Okay, of course, we don't have to understand what it does, but you can also read, you know, what it actually is lah. Okay, but doesn't matter really because we are going to use whatever he provide us. So there's a lot of things that we don't have to create from scratch ourselves. Okay, they will create two test functions for us. Okay, you can see that it's already set to fail. Okay, because we need to actually modify this. Okay, to use it, right, you can right click on it and then you say run unit test. So click on it. Okay, they will run the test. So you can see there's a unit test, test result, blah blah blah, how long it takes. Okay, it's set to fail, so you will get fail. Okay, of course the test result they run the two tests. Okay, and you have two failure. Okay, of course there's no error message to say why it failed, but doesn't matter because this is just the placeholder. Okay, so we need to go back and take a look at our currency exchange code here. Okay, so let's bring this over here so we can have a comparison. So now we can see side by side the class and the test itself. So for the very first, let's do the second one, the USD to HUD, which is a much simpler example. Okay, so instead of fail, we will need to use the assert. Okay, usually we'll put in assert equal to test for the correct value. Okay. So we need to assert equal this particular result and a known result. Okay, so we'll test the input to the output. Okay, to use this particular currency exchange unit test or function over here, we need to import the test, the class. Okay, so from exchange, okay, we import the currency exchange class over here. Okay, and here we are going to use the current exchange, okay, dot exchange USD to SGD. The second one first. Okay, this is a much simpler example. Okay, so we put in a known input. Okay, the idea is that okay, if I use one USD, I change to SGD, what is the amount that I should get? Okay, so the known input is my $1 USD. Okay, the known output is I need to get 1.4 from that 1 USD. So this is the known input and this is the known output. Okay, so before we do the test for this, we try to run our unit test. Okay, so we can see that now we run this particular unit test. We have run one test and it's okay. Okay, it means that this particular test is correct. Okay, $1.140. Okay, so next we will have this particular one. Okay, because let's say uh, if I use more than $10, I should get $1 USD $1 more. So let's do the assert equal. Okay, so same thing, current exchange dot first one. So if I use $1 Singapore dollars and exchange for USD, okay, based on the exchange, I should only get 70 cents lah. Okay, so that's the idea. I put a known input. Okay, then I put the known output here because this will convert. Do some calculation. I should get 0.7. Okay, so I can test this again. Okay, so I run both tests and now. Okay, both of them are okay. Means that both tests are correct. That means my functions is okay. Okay, so now I want to test my exchange SGD to USD again. Okay, so this is the second test that we want. So we create another function. Okay, USD2. Okay, then we check again. Okay, so in here, only when your exchange is more than $10. So if I put $10 in, okay, I should only get $7 USD. Okay, so that's the business logic. Okay, because only more than $10 I will get the promotion. So if I put $10, I shouldn't get the promotion. So I should test for this particular uh, value as well. Okay, because this is the boundary. Okay, where the mistakes may happen before after this particular one. Okay, so if I use $10 SGD, I should get $7 USD. So I put 7 here. Okay, then let me do a test on this particular test. Oh, fail. Why? Okay, the thing is that now my known output is 7. Okay, but I got an 8 from my I got my 8 from the function here. Okay, so this is something that I need to take a look at. Okay, but let's do more to see where the problem lies. So only when I get more than $10, currency exchange. Okay, so if I put 11, okay, I should get 11 times 0.7 is 7.7 plus 1 should be 8.7. So I put 8.7 here. Okay, let's test for this particular test. Yeah, 11 is right, but 10 is not correct. Okay, that means there's something wrong with this number 10. So I need to go back to my function to check it out. Okay, so when I see, that's why. Okay, I have added a equal sign here, which should not be there. So I can go in and remove this. Okay, so this is how we can use unit tests to check for the logic errors. And of course, the other errors as well. Okay, but the other errors sometimes is during uh, coding, or when you are running it, then you will see. So the unit tests usually test for the logic errors. Okay, so what we do is that usually we test for something simple, and we test at the boundaries, or we test for things that will go wrong and should go wrong. Okay, so values like let's say the amount is more than 10, so we will check at 10 and 11. You can be also be adventurous to test for like 10.001, test 10.01 for example. Okay, so on and so forth. If you want to test that small, very small value, okay, you may also want to test that if they um, put in a negative number, what should they see, for example. So of course, if this a negative number, then they will get 0 as a result. So we may also want to update this particular one to this particular method to reflect that as well. Okay, so this is all for the unit testing. So I hope that this will help you to uh, find out all the logic errors that you may get in your program. So this is the easiest way, and it's also because when you are going to update your code, you may also test based on the same unit test again to see that uh, even after you modify some of the parts to make it better, your unit test still pass. Okay, that is the main reason. So now we can test one shot for all the errors. Okay, and we run all the 4 tests and they are okay as well. So you can safely say that, okay, this particular class, the logic is there. Okay, is correct.